The 10 most expensive dog breeds in the world. Dogs are known to be man's best friend. For many people, he is also a loved one, and sometimes dear, in the literal sense. Indeed, for some dogs, you have to pay astronomical sums not only to take care of them, but also at the time of purchase. See for yourself, here are the 10 most expensive dog breeds in the world. These are, of course, the prices of certain lines. 10. Dwarf Spitz. This little ball of fur is a puppy of this breed. The Dwarf Spitz is also called Pomeranian because of its region of origin. The Dwarf Spitz is the smallest spitz-type dog breed. Queen Victoria had a particularly small specimen. Due to her and her popularity, this breed was bred to be twice as small as before. For the smallest dog on this list, which is also the cheapest, you will have to pay just over $2,000. 9. The Persian Greyhound. The Persian Greyhound is said to be descended from a breed of dog that was bred in the Middle East 6000 BCE. Similar illustrations of dogs can be found on Sumerian and ancient Egyptian artwork. The Persian Greyhound, as we know it today, was best known as the hunting dog of the Bedouin of the Arabian Peninsula. He was the only dog that was not unclean, according to the Muslim conception, and therefore allowed to enter the tent. You can get this historic dog for around $2,500. 8. Peruvian Hairless Dog. Not much is known about the origin of the Peruvian hairless dog. But due to archaeological findings, it can be assumed that it has already existed for more than 1,000 years in South America. In his native Peru, he is considered a national cultural element. A dog of this hairless breed sells from €2,500. 7. AZAWAKH. The AZAWAKH is a breed of African sighthound and is also called a Tuareg sighthound. Originally, it was used as a hunting and guard dog by the nomadic Tuareg tribes of North Africa. The name AZAWAKH comes from the AZAWAKH Valley, which is in the region of origin of this breed. To get one, you will have to pay around €2,500. 6. AKITA. Since 1999, there has been an official distinction between two breeds of Akita, the American Akita and the traditional Japanese Akita. The American Akita descended from Akita breeds in the United States that were not recognized by Japan. Therefore, from 1956 there was no genetic exchange between the two lines, so they eventually developed into different breeds. The original Japanese Akita is more expensive than the American line and costs up to $4,000. 5. Laughing Rottweiler. The Rottweiler is named after the town of Rottweil in Baden-Württemberg, the region in which it was very common. There, he was used as a butcher's dog. He had to herd and lead the cattle that were sold and transported. At the beginning of the 20th century, the Rottweiler also became a police dog. The price of a Rottweiler varies between around €4,000 and €5,000. 4. The Pharaoh's Dog. The Pharaoh's Hound is a Maltese hunting dog, which was bred for rabbit hunting. Thus, his Maltese name translates to rabbit dog. It was given the name Pharaoh's Hound in the 1960s, when English people discovered this dog and believed it came straight from ancient Egypt, but that's not the case. For a Pharaoh's Hound, you will have to pay around €6,000. 3. The Tibet Mastiff. The Tibetan Mastiff, also called Tibetan Mastiff or Du Qi, holds the record for being the most expensive dog in the world. In 2014, a puppy was sold in China for around €1.7 million. However, one usually pays around €6,000 for such a dog. Males can reach 66 centimeters in height and weigh up to 60 kilograms. Tibet, the country of origin of the dog, being almost isolated until the 1950s, the Tibetan Mastiff is a relatively original breed of dog. 2. The Samoyed. The name of this breed of dog comes from the Samoyeds, an indigenous people who live in Siberia and who bred this dog. The export of Samoyeds to Western Europe and breeding began in England in the 1890s. Today, it costs up to €9,000 to acquire a Samoyed. 1. The Little Lion Dog. The Little Lion Dog has already been immortalized in works of art from the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. It was a typical nobility dog, but they almost completely disappeared at the end of the 19th century. In 1965, there were hardly more than 40 specimens in the world. Due to its rarity, a small lion dog costs around €9,000. Its name comes from the way it is usually groomed. Depending on the breeding line, prices can vary considerably. Similar to the Tibetan Mastiff, some specimens can also fetch prices well above the normal price for the breed concerned.